Hey you guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Jasmine. If you are not new here, hey, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, if you read the title correctly, then I will be giving some college advice to freshmen. So if you are a freshman in college, this is your first year attending college, then you may want to stick around to hear what I have to say, because I have some great tips that can help you maneuver and navigate through college. If you are not a freshman in college, these tips can still help you. Also, if you're new here, if you don't know, I am a college graduate. I graduated with an associate's degree in criminal justice, and I'm currently pursuing my master's, majoring in criminal justice and minoring in psychology. So yeah, so make sure if you have not already, you go ahead and subscribe, turn on the post notification bell right next to the subscribe button so you are notified when a new video goes up. I'll be uploading, hopefully, every day in December for vlogmas. So you will be seeing new videos from me every day in December. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this video. I had to adjust because I realized that I wasn't in the center of the view. So apologies for the last clip, but we okay now. So I do have my notes, so if you see me looking over to the side, that's because I'm reading off my notes. If you're new here, I am a notes girl. I have to keep a note so that way I can stay on topic, because I just all day. So if you're not new here, then you know that I am a notes girl. So yeah, let's get into this video. All right, so the first tip I have is to do your research on the college that you plan on attending. So when I say do your research, I mean do your research. Well, of course, look up the school, see what they have to offer you. Initially, it's what you're getting out of the experience and what you're getting out of the school. Also, when you're doing your research on your school, you also want to research schools in the surrounding areas, like around your school. Compare the tuition costs, compare the curriculum, compare the programs, compare what your GPA would need to be to get in each of those schools, and also compare just costs in general, like tuition, room and board, things of that nature. You're doing this because you definitely want to make sure you're making the right decision before jumping into a school. If you have a dream school that you've been wanting to go to since you were like a little boy or girl, it might not turn out to what it really is. So definitely just do your research. Make sure, you know, before you make any decisions, you do your research. Say it with me, do your research. You never want to go into something, especially something as important in school, without doing your research, because if it turns out if you don't want to be there, or if you don't like it, or then like with the whole transferring thing, it's just a big hassle. So just do your research, make sure you're making the right decision, check it over 3-4 times, I don't care. Say it with me, do your research. Okay. Number 2, apply for scholarships. Apply for scholarships before applying for financial aid. Scholarships, you do not have to pay those back. Financial aid, you do. But if you have to apply for financial aid, try to stay away from loans and go for grants, because grants you don't have to pay back. Try to stay away from those loans. I know those loans are very tempting. They give you a lot of money, but it's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. Try to stay away from those loans, okay? Get scholarships, grants. They literally have a scholarship for almost anything these days, so definitely do your research on scholarships. Apply for as many as you can. Even if you feel like you don't qualify for them, apply for them. You just never know. The worst you could hear is no, you don't qualify for the scholarship. Just apply. You never know. Miracles happen every day. You never know. Also, with attending college on scholarships and grants, it minimizes your debt coming out of school. You don't have to worry about having to have a certain amount of time to pay back this huge loan that you took out just to get an education. The worst people you can owe is student loan, Sally Mae, whatever her name is, and the IRS. Stay away from owing them, okay? Just stay away. Number 3, which should have been number 1, honestly. Well, number 2. Take a tour of your school before attending. Always take a tour. A tour is helpful in so many ways. For one, you get to know the campus before you start. So let's just say, for instance, you start and you have classes in like different areas of the campus and different buildings. Taking that tour can kind of give you an idea of where each building is, so that way you can kind of have an idea of where you need to go. It also helps you learn more about the school's culture, and it also helps you with meeting like faculty members as well. I know sometimes the advisors are there whenever there's a tour going on, so you can get to meet some of the advisors as well. It also gives you free leverage to ask as many questions about the school as you want and their curriculum and their programs that they offer. So definitely take advantage of the tour. You can go on more than one. You don't have to just go on one. You could go twice. You could bring your family, you could bring your friends. Like, just take advantage of that tour. If they have a tour that they're offering before school starts, which almost every college does that, I believe, definitely take the tour. It's worth it. Number 4, go to all of your classes. I know this sounds like a no-brainer, but trust me guys, it could be harder than it sounds, okay? For one, you can definitely get up in the lifestyle of college with the partying, hanging out with friends, staying out late, and just not prioritizing class over that lifestyle. So definitely make sure that you are staying responsible and you are going to all of your classes. Because for one, attendance matters in college. This is not like high school where if you miss a couple days or so, like, nothing happens. No, in college, if you miss a bunch of days, you can get dropped from your classes, and a drop class does not look good on your GPA. We're going to get more into that in another tip coming up shortly. But yes, go to all of your classes, do all of your assignments, just attend class. Make sure that when you're in class, you're focused and you're just soaking up all of that knowledge, because all of that knowledge is not free. College is expensive. Don't waste your money by not going to class. That's the whole reason you're there, is to get an education. So just make sure you go to class, attend every class. This is a bonus. If you are not a morning person, do not sign up for a morning class, okay? If you know you are not going to get out of bed at 7 to make an 8 a.m. class, don't sign up for it. Get you an afternoon class. Be responsible. Get you an afternoon class, so that way in the morning you have that time for yourself. You can just, you know, not rush getting ready and doing whatever you need to do, and then you can go to class. You know, you feel relaxed and refreshed. You're not rushing, and then, you know, you in class in the afternoon and you get out and you're good. And also, this might work for you as well if you're like a party animal. You won't have to worry about getting up for that 8 a.m. class the night before, because you don't have class until the afternoon. So you could sleep off that hangover if you need to and get up and go to class. Just make sure you go to class. That's the whole reason why we go to school. So don't waste your money. College is expensive, honey. Number 5, come up with a study schedule. Come up with a study schedule. You are going to stay on track with what you need to know for each class. So if your professor hits you with like a quick little pop quiz, you good, because you studied, right? So come up with a study schedule, and also during that time, make sure you just block out any distractions, so that way you can really zone in and focus on what you're studying. So that way, when it's time to take like the midterm, you're not cramming to study because you've been having little study sessions in between. So when you get to the last week of school or the last week of classes and you have that midterm on week 1, you'll have that week 1 knowledge fresh in your head because you had those study sessions. So just set up a study schedule and just try to study, even if it's 1 chapter, you know, 2 chapters. You want to study some keywords in the text or something like that. Just set up a study schedule, read, whatever. Just study, okay? It's going to take you far. Studying is going to take you far. Study. So I think we on like number 6, I believe. If it's not number 6, sorry. Number 6, do your assignments on time. That goes hand in hand with going to class every day. It's a no-brainer. Do not wait until 11:59 p.m. the night before to submit your assignments. And don't wait till 8 o'clock the night before to start on your assignments. Because for one, it takes more hours than that to actually do the assignment, depending on what the assignment is. Do not wait. Do it early. Honestly, I would say at least have your assignment submitted like 2 to 3 days prior to the due date. Earlier the better, but 2 to 3 days is a good window because it gives you that time to just breathe instead of trying to cram at 11:59 the night before. So yeah, just make sure you do your assignments, set out a day of the week where you could just sit down and just do your assignments. Do not wait till the last minute. I'm telling you, do not wait till the last minute. Do not wait till the last minute. Trust me. Tip number 7, rent all of your books. And this is me speaking from experience. My first year in college, I brought all my books. Very amateur move. It was so hard for me to get back the value of the book when I resold it. Stores were trying to give me like $30, $35, $40, $50, and I paid like almost $200 for those books. I made no profit, and it's just like I have to sell them for that price because I'm never going to use these books again. Nobody I know is going to school for criminal justice, so I can't just give them the books, so I'm going to have to sell them back. My first semester, I took 4 classes and I brought 4 books. What is wrong with me? Don't be like me. Learn from me, okay? Rent your books. Rent them. Do not buy your books. They have check. You can buy them on check. You can buy them on Amazon. Like, it's so many places you can buy books. Rent your books, okay? Don't buy them. It's not worth it. And this brings me to tip number 8. It goes hand in hand with the renting the books. Do not buy anything from the student store. For one, it is very overpriced. Like, it's super overpriced. Like, in my student store, a freaking sweatshirt is like, well, this is different. If you want like school gear, okay, I guess buy from the student store. But I'm talking about as far as supplies. Do not buy supplies from the student bookstore. They are super overpriced. You could get the things that are in the student store for half the price at Walmart, Amazon, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Target. Don't shop at the student store unless you're buying school gear. That, you know, I make an exception for that. But as far as supplies, don't do it. Don't do it. And also, if you're going to rent, I think it's okay to rent from the bookstore. I guess that's fine. Amazon, they have the option to give you like a digital book where you can just read it, and it gives you a certain window to read it from. So let's just say they'll give you from like the week before the first day of classes to the week of the last day of classes, and then you won't be able to read it anymore. Or if you rent a book, you'll just have to send it back, of course, by their deadline, so you don't get charged for it. But yeah, don't buy anything from the student store, okay? Trust me. No, don't buy it. It's a waste of money. You're already putting enough money into the school. Try to minimize the other stuff, okay? Number 9, plan and register for your classes early. Plan and register as soon as registration opens in your school, because for one, seats go really quick. Like they go like that, okay? So if you need a class, you know for sure you need this class. Like me, when I was a freshman, I needed freshman English, and I knew I needed this class. So as soon as I got the email that registration was open, I went straight to the website and I registered. Actually, I planned all of my classes. So on my school website, you can actually plan your classes before you register. So that's what I did. The week before classes started, I planned all of my classes out. The 4 classes that I was taking freshman year, once registration opened, all I had to do was go in and click register on all my classes, and I was in there. I didn't have to worry about that. So I recommend you doing that. Plan classes, you know, a little bit before first day of classes, so that way once registration opens, all you have to do is go in there and register and you're done. Like, you don't have to worry about it. Do not wait till the last minute to try and register for classes, because again, seats go really quick and you might not be able to attend that class, and then you stuck having to take it next semester. Or some classes like freshman English or freshman math, you have to take that freshman year. So make sure you plan and register on time, so that way you can take those classes and it won't be any trouble, you know, with graduation and all that. So yeah, plan and register early. And my last tip number 10, try not to drop any classes or get dropped from any classes. So that goes back up to when I said attend class every day. We're gonna roll back around to the drop class portion. So too many drop classes does not look good on your GPA. 1, it can actually harm your GPA, making it really low. 2, it can disqualify you from financial aid, so you'll have to pay for your classes out of pocket. Also, having too many classes could result in you getting kicked out of school. So So just make sure you don't drop any classes or don't attend and get dropped from those classes. Some schools, you're only allowed to miss up to 3 days in a class before you're dropped. Of course, it's on a case-by-case basis depending on your situation, but for the most part, if you miss up to 3 days, you can't get dropped. I don't know if this applies to every school, but I know this applies to my school. And when I say dropping classes, I mean like, besides, you know, just not going and your professor just kicks you out the class. That's basically what a drop class is on that side. But for you, dropping classes mean like you attend and then you just find out like, oh, I do not like this class. I do not want to take this class right now. I'm gonna take it next semester, and you end up dropping it. Then that's what I mean by that. So just try not to drop the class. Make sure you just read over the class syllabus and the class objective before you register for that class. 9 times out of 10, if you register, you have to take it, because again, if you drop it, it's just gonna drop your GPA. So try not to do that, because we want to keep our GPA nice and blemish free, okay? Especially if you're going to a community college, if you're like financial wise, if you have to go to a community college first and then transfer over to a university, having all those drop classes, it's a red flag. So don't do it. Just try not to do it, okay? And try not to get kicked out of class. Go to class and also have fun. Just have fun, okay? You're only in college for a short period of time, so make sure you have fun, but make sure you get your work done as well, okay? Make sure you be responsible and go to bed at a decent time, go to class, and don't drop your classes, and make sure you study, and make sure you do your work on time, and register for your classes on time, okay? Take your tour, apply for scholarships, and make sure you do your research on your school. Take this advice as me being a big sister, okay? Okay. I hope this video was helpful to someone out there. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel on the way out. If you have not already, turn on the bell so that way you're notified when a new video goes up. And also follow me on all my social media sites. Everything is going to be down below in the description bar. And I will be seeing you guys in my next upload. Ciao.